how some beautiful parts of the journey of life can't be found without getting lost. Difficult roads, and I should know, often lead to beautiful destinations, and we hope that you find yours this brand new month.
We often find ourselves lost in thought, lost in time, sometimes lost in destination. Well, don't fret. Now we're here to set your purpose aright. Welcome to the very first day in the month of March on Wake Up Nigeria.
Yay! Yay! Obviously, we're not here alone.
Yeah.
We have the beautiful Talkman and, of course, Mike in the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
How you guys doing?
We are marching into our victory. We are marching into our victory this month of March.
Why do you sound so spiritual this March?
No, it's the way. So when March comes in and everybody says, "Oh, we are marching into March," and all that.
Oh, yeah.
It's great to have you. Happy New Month. You're welcome to the show.
Oh, by the way, Talkman, happy 3rd Million Bridge reopening.
Yo, did you see my video? I was
I know you're the only one who's
celebrating.
really excited about this.
I was so excited. You know, I'm just like, it's so funny how we get so used to some things, but
Yeah.
it's so good to have the free-flowing bridge again.
I know.
Good to be back.
Yes, indeed. In any case, guys, keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground as we take steps to achieving a satisfying Monday and a beautiful March altogether.
Some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen. Others make it happen. Now you need to choose which side you're on this Monday, and hopefully you make the right choice.
Absolutely. Mondays are for motivation, and we intend as much as we can to lift your spirits high this Monday and, of course, throughout the entire week. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titila Oyinson. Remember, you can use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian TV.
And by the way, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere that you might be in the entire world through our mobile app that you can download from the Google Play Store or even iOS.
We implore you to follow us across all our social media handles, talking Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, @TVC Connect. And now for what we have lined up for you.
Yes, indeed. Let us let you know what we have. Today, Glory Edozie is a LinkedIn visibility coach and lead consultant at the Inspired by Glory Academy, where she teaches mid-senior level career women how to build visibility and establish thought leadership on LinkedIn so they can get the recognition they deserve, earn more money, and climb the corporate ladder. Motivation, well, hey, you just stick right there and you're going to love this. Career women especially.
We also have Ernest E. Oyakilome, stage name EY. Now he's a Nigerian Afropop dancehall and highlife artist and a graduate of business administration from EXU. And of course, this crooner is set to unleash his first single for 2021 titled Coupe. If you're curious about the origins of traditional hair making, then you're spot on. We've got a little something for you. And hey, you're going to enjoy watching that. Hi, guys.
Oh,
Hi.
yes.
Happy
indeed.
new month.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Month.
March.
March
Has
is
ended.
indeed a very special month.
has
Fro-
ended.
Yeah, that's
That was
February.
February perfect.
It had every day of the week was in quadruples.
So there were
Okay,
4
good.
Mondays,
Four
4
Mondays.
Tuesdays,
Oh, yes.
4.
Every was just the calendar was just.
It was like a big
rectangle.
square.
Perfect.
It was just picture
Yeah.
perfect. So yeah, February was that month.
Also,
It was also 28 days, by the way. I thought it was 29, so I was expecting today to be the 29th. And then I'm like,
Oh.
Oh.
my wife says, no, Mazzino, it is 28. So obviously everybody got paid last month, you guys. Congratulations to
Do
everybody.
you know anybody? Do you know anybody?
Don't spend it too quick.
Anybody whose birthday is 29th?
yeah, so for people, I actually know just one person. It's actually an artist. But it feels weird that they only get to celebrate their birthday every 4 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
So
I
where
don't
do
know.
they? Also, if you were to pick,
I'll pick
What?
28.
Pick 28
I'll
or
pick
first?
28.
Pick the midnight of both days. You know, on the midnight, just that 1 second, like, yeah, that's it, happened.
And it's gone.
And it's gone.
But
That's
then
it
again,
for you.
you know, you don't have to spend that much money on real. You know, just
I
gather
guess.
the money 4 years and then celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
It was eventful. I had I worked Saturday,
Of
and
course.
then you know, King of Boys BTS trailer came out.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we had this round table coming up for International Women's Day next week.
Yeah,
it
nice.
was very. I can't wait to. I can't wait for you all to see what we did. What we
Yes,
put
I
together.
can't wait to see you cry some more.
Oh my days.
You know why she's
Mazino.
crying behind the scenes? I'm wondering if the movie comes out, what are we gonna do? Ball. But I bet it's gonna be a good one. Plenty to
Yes,
talk about
it is gonna be a good one. I can't wait.
Yeah.
so what do you guys do?
Yeah.
So
Well,
your weekend, like,
man, you know,
you
I think
tell.
we're the boring ones
Oh
sometimes.
no!
because
Speak for yourself.
Once you've gone on your bike and you've zoomed off somewhere, you've gone to see something great. But I actually really appreciate the opportunity to rest and hang out with the kids. So the kids are working on a project online, and it's been like, so they're on their laptops throughout, and it's just making me think, like, wait, so what's going to happen when they're like 16? What exactly?
Nah.
And then just,
Mommy, get out of my room.
Exactly. Like, I'm
doing a video call. Go away.
I need privacy.
Go away.
Well, Mike, what did you do?
I had to look. Yesterday was quite busy. Early part. The rest of the day was very. But I had to look for an excuse to go past 3rd Mainland Bridge.
So you came to the island. Guys, you see, this is just to call out Mike. Mike has been promising to visit me, but he said 3rd Mainland. So who was the girl you came to see on the island?
Wow.
It will not work.
The girl.
It will end.
Wow.
It was not girl. It was sugar mommy.
Men are
It was not girl.
We will talk about that. Don't you worry.
It was mommy.
Tell you what. Let's do the weather. Let's do some news. When we get back, we get to talk about that little, bit there, especially about Timini over the weekend. But do stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Once again, welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome to the month of March. And the first hour, every single show, we get to bring you the news. And we start, well, of course, with the news. We begin in Niger State, where the Niger State government says it is holding talks with security agencies and stakeholders on the best approach to adopt to ensure the safety of students in Government Science College Kagara. The State Commissioner for Education, Hajia Hanatu Saliu, said this during a brief ceremony in Minna to release the kidnapped students, teachers and family members of Kagara Government Science College to their relatives. She disclosed that the ministry is already working out a template to ensure that the SS3 students of the college write their senior secondary certificate examination, SSCE, without any problem. The commissioner also urged parents and guardians in the state not to withdraw their children and wards from boarding schools. For Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka, the continuous abduction of school children is not a normal thing, and state governments must shut down activities in protest against the negative development in the society. He noted that with such actions, the people will come out and work together in ensuring safety and protection of the children who are the future of the country. He noted that as a people, Nigerians are very close to accepting the culture of unacceptable, and what is unacceptable is accepting a continuous abduction of school children and other forms of insecurity in the country as a normal thing.
I think we're reaching the point where in any state where any child is kidnapped, that state should shut down completely. And other states, in sympathy, in solidarity, should at least shut down some of their activities. We shouldn't wait for an enemy, faceless, airborne, unpredictable enemy like COVID, to shut down, to make us shut down, to say in protest and as a statement of the unacceptable, we are shutting ourselves down until this situation is resolved.
Meanwhile, a coalition for civil society organizations under the umbrella of Center for Public Accountability has called on governments to check rising cases of kidnapping, armed robbery and banditry in Nigeria. They further asked for reevaluation of leadership recruitment process in the country.
People cannot, freely express and travel, the way they want. School children are now being chased away from their classes by these criminals who are products of maladministration.
This is just a pointer that other people who have siphoned money meant for the people, for the development of the people, will surely reach them. But Yari's own is the first amongst all.
That's why we are pleading that we should show concern to the deepening crisis in Zamfara so that it will not be exported to other states or geopolitical zone. This is the best time for us.
And you're welcome back. And of course, it's time for us to tell you what's making headlines inside of the dailies this morning. For the very first day in March, it's a Monday. You guys are welcome once again here on Wake Up Nigeria, and of course, into the month of March. Let's start off already from the Punch newspaper. Monday, March 1st, 2021, we have the big headline in front for the Punch. Nigerians will be shocked by those behind Schoolgirls' abduction, says Matawalle. This on page 2. We are waiting for the arrival of the freed schoolgirls, says the governor, and kidnapped students have not been released, says Commissioner. Zamfara girls not yet released, declares Commissioner of Police. Very confusing what exactly is going on with this instance here. At the very top of the Punch newspaper, there were plots to kidnap my children during consolidation, says Soludo, and jam to announce sale of 2021-22 form from next week, and fuel queues spread over looming price hike. Scary there. At the bottom or the middle of the Punch page, we find this photo story. The third mainland bridge after a full reopening of the bridge in Lagos on Sunday. And what a delight to most Lagosians who use that every day from before. To the side of the photo story, Tinubu Buhari weren't arrested for demanding Jonathan's resignation, says Falana, and grieving family tackles a Lagos hospital over mechanic's death. Finally, on the Punch, NDLEA arrests Algeria-bound trafficker with 1 billion naira cocaine hidden in yogurt. Let's move on now to our next headline, or rather next paper, and that will be the Tribune. And to start off from the Tribune, first big headline on the Tribune: Zamfara abduction, Pope prays for girls. Buhari assures this will be the last. Sokoto, Yobe closed boarding schools, and security agencies must live to their responsibilities, says NHRC. Devise new strategy to rid forests of bandits. Editors tell service chiefs. And treat kidnappers as terrorists, Nance tells federal government. At the top here, it is quiet in National Assembly over alleged lopsided promotions on page 26. That and NDLEA arrests suspect with 1 billion naira worth of cocaine. Ndume to Buhari sign executive order on unexplained wealth. And more headlines here. Local hunters and vigilante kill 1 kidnapper, rescue 7 victims in Ondo State. And 1 year after index case, Nigeria yet to meet COVID-19 testing target, as only 1%, it says, has been tested. Finally, on the Tribune, LG poll, 147 apply for 33 chairmanship slots, 808 for 351 councillorship seats in Oyo PDP. Let's move on now to our next paper this morning, and that will be the Guardian newspaper for a Monday. Right off the bat, new loan benchmark may trigger asset double in banks. NPL 20% above maximum threshold may affect dividend payout. Experts blame weak economy, harsh business environment. Economists urge banks to observe due diligence and approval, strengthen risk framework. And more on COVID-19 here. FG says it is set to receive COVID-19 vaccines tomorrow. That's Tuesday, as against the earlier dates of late February. Government to get 3.92 million instead of promised 60 million doses, say WHO, UNICEF, and NPHCDA. At the bottom of the Guardian, fuel price hits 300 naira per litre in black market as security returns, and JAM sets deadline others for 2020-2021 admission. And 300 abducted students not released, says Zamfara government. Terrorists kill 7 in fresh Kaduna attack. Indeed, that's as much as we can take for the dailies this morning. Thank you very much for joining us on this segment. Grab a copy, perhaps maybe even make a comment on social media. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let's see if we can make a response to any of those. Thank you very much. Do stay tuned. Let's do fact-finding now, and we'll be back with more on the couch.
So they have a lot of indigestion when they're in space.
True.
They have a lot of indigestion. They can't burp. They can't even throw up well.
Can they poop?
It's an effort.
Vacuum toilets, that's the word. You actually need vacuum toilets.
So I just want to be that Elon Musk and Richard Branson space.
Yeah.
People that are already going to Mars and they are buying, they are colonizing
estates in space.
We do have some.
The Ibejuleki of Mars.
It might be nice to have an astronaut on speed dial, though. Ask questions, what it's really like up there. You know what we see in the movies makes it very fantastic.
You can get to find out, but in any case, these two have something that they have to settle, which is that men has come bit. But no. I'm just using that as a segue. Something happened over the weekend where Timini put a tweet out where he says, men has come. okay, oh yeah, now leave us now. I found it very interesting, the replies and the comments that people had to give, which was crazy. But that paled in comparison to the conversation that happened between about Davido and his newfound, I don't know if it's newfound love or what's going on.
A lady he's been seen with quite a few times.
It could be his cousin. I don't know why you are like
It could be his very good friend.
It could be his cousin. You can't hold your cousin with you.
I asked that question myself. I can't help somebody cross the streets.
I'm fucking out loud. I don't know what's wrong with all of you.
You know what, you guys? I think the real bone of contention is the fact that he and Choma have been engaged for quite a while.
For donkey years.
Well,
Did they tell you?
it's not donkey
Did they tell you
years.
donkey?
How long is too long?
Okay, that is the question.
Did they tell
They've
you
been
they've
engaged for what? 2
Did he
years?
say he has been engaged?
Yes,
No,
now,
they had an engagement.
He said it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Like-
remember, this was not last year. This was the year before last. He
Yeah,
had that song Assurance. Then he even sang her name inside himself, Chioma,
See,
and
he
everything.
sang
So,
her name.
I mean, how engaged do you get?
What I'm saying is that, with
was
with Banky and Adesua and the way a few other things too now, what I'm saying is that how much have they let us know? You understand?
You don't know
How do you know they didn't get married? So
Well,
I'm just saying, because
Am I David?
No.
I'm just saying.
Let me say this because you are a lady.
Okay.
You can put yourself better in that situation because this one here is married already.
Wow.
Okay.
That one has no plans. But how long would you say you would rather be engaged for?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I really don't know.
It's 2 years too long.
It depends.
Yeah,
It depends on the
exactly.
plan.
Depends, exactly.
Depends on the plan between myself and my partner. If we have a plan that we want to be engaged for 2 years, if there's something we're working on and we just feel like we need time to build it before marriage, fine. But if we also have a plan that, you know what, let's just get married. It's so relative. It depends on where both parties are at mentally at that time.
I like your answer.
Very
I
good
like,
point.
yeah.
Very good point. So, for instance, you might want to do your masters.
Exactly.
Before you get married, or your parents might just want to see how everything
Some level of
goes.
commitment.
You might want to make your parents happy as well. I know it's about you and him, but hey, guess what? When the parents on both sides are happy, it's better for you.
I can imagine.
But the issue is too long. For me, 3-4 years is getting too long. But 2 years, I think, is still all right. 2 years is
Isn't
still
there that
fine.
fear that you might actually lose the fire that is supposed to be.
I mean,
that
even in
part
marriage,
of
I'm not
a
married,
young
but I feel like
relationship.
you still lose the fire,
Yeah,
regardless.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Do you have to get engaged to get married?
You don't have to. I have these friends. I have these friends that are married now, and they weren't. So they were friends, and then they're like, you know what? I want to get married. You want to get married too, right? Okay.
Okay,
So they planned their wedding, and a week to the wedding, he proposes. And then she's just like,
And that's just
"I'm
formality.
ready to stand up."
Exactly.
You know, like, and he's just like, yeah, but I have to give you a ring. She's like,
Yeah.
okay, put the ring now.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because
Yeah.
we've sewn clothes. Wedding is next
It's not
week,
a proposal.
but he just wants to
formality,
propose.
yeah.
The formality. So it's
You might want to
relative.
start a business off. You might want to, just gain ground, but show commitment to this
Yes,
person.
yeah.
So that commitment before marriage is important for some people, but for some
Yeah.
others, it's not as
The
important.
one that's important to me is the one that people think that it's not necessary to ask me to be your girlfriend. That you think
Excuse me, you
we're
should
just...
know.
No,
What are we
no,
doing here?
no.
If you
Excuse
don't
me?
say,
No.
hi, Tokwe, please, will you be my girlfriend? I'm not dating you. Don't go thinking that we're in a relationship
We go out
because
for
I spent...
lunches, dinners, and everything. You eat my
No,
money.
no, no, no,
I
no,
eat,
no, no,
you
no,
eat my
no.
money to please. You eat my time as well.
Yeah.
Then you should know. I mean,
No.
it speaks for itself.
So the truth is, if it's not official with
It's
your
not
mouth,
official.
it's not official.
If I did
It's
not say yes, you're looking at me like you're
Like,
That mouth
all those
makes
babes
you
you've been
official.
hanging out with, you've been hanging out, you guys walk down the
I
street
know
together,
Shemi
walk
because
back.
tomorrow you will come. I'll say, hey, meet my friend, and if you squeeze your face,
I think.
Oh,
I think
talk about
the
your
way I
spirit.
met
Yeah,
you
it's
know-
okay. It's okay. It's okay to meet your friend. So I saw something yesterday. I said like, look, the guy. It was this poster. Like the guy she's doing is not even following her. He's probably not commenting. There are people like that.
Yeah. Of
course.
He's not commenting. He's never looking at it. And I tell you, for 2-3 times, relationships have been that way. I didn't even look.
my dear,
I'm
you
serious.
look. Oh.
I didn't even look. I'm serious. Like legit, I could even block. Everybody should find a way to keep your own sanity. If it's that way, and keep it. So people are. So that's why when I see, look, it's a measure of your lack of intelligence anywhere around the world.
Assumptions
when
are
you
dangerous.
generalize.
Assumptions
So, for
are
instance, when you
dangerous.
say,
Like,
men are scum, women are scum, and
Humans
you
are scum,
generalize
to be honest.
something. So it's the same way. What works for somebody, if you say you don't have to follow. So look, people are exclusive in their own way.
Assumptions are dangerous. If you've not made that declaration that, hey, be my babe, be my boo, and then I'm chatting or he's chatting with someone else, he hasn't actually made a declaration.
Let me say this.
Hello?
Now, the way I'm going to let you know that we are exclusive is we're eating and everything. Sure, you know we're dating. Sure, you know.
I said, Uncle Shay, you know that we are not. Shay, you know that we are not.
This is 2021, man.
be
I might need it in writing.
But tell you guys what, this is what we're going to do. We already have this comment or this post up on Twitter since last night, since yesterday evening, and we're asking you guys, how long is too long to be engaged to anybody? You guys get up on there, leave your comment, let's know what you think, or maybe even an experience or two, yours or not, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about that inside of our social media segment. How's that? Yes? All right. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Okay, so we're here in the kitchen, and we have a chef making her debut on the show. Chef T, it's great to have you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So what are we doing this morning? I see a very, very interesting platter right here in front. What are we doing this morning?
Having stir-fried vegetables, spaghetti, and buffalo wings.
Stir-fried vegetable spaghetti and swallow wings. That's
Buffalo wings.
Buffalo wings. What's a buffalo wing?
It's just basically wings, just sauté in sauce, a special sauce.
Okay.
Like a nut sauce.
Okay, so it's the sauce that makes it buffalo, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the ingredients that we have right here in front of us. Let's go through all of them. What are we working with?
This is the bouillon cubes,
Okay.
garlic, onions, flour.
Okay.
Just a bit of the sauce.
Okay.
The spring onions, carrots, yellow pepper, red pepper, and green bell pepper.
Okay.
Spaghetti.
All right, as our pasta that we're using.
Yes, pasta.
Okay, and what's this?
This is hot sauce and this ketchup.
Okay, so it's going to be spicy.
Yes.
Nice, I like that. And this is ororo.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so what spices are these? Can you go through? They look like infinity stones or something. What spices are these?
So this is the curry.
Okay.
This is the white pepper. This flour.
There's white pepper.
Yes.
I didn't know.
There's white pepper.
Okay, and then this one is?
This, I think, a bit of the flour.
Okay.
This thyme.
Okay.
This, I think, this the.
Okay. All right.
This is the brown sugar.
There's sugar inside.
Yeah.
So I know some people say they put sugar in things like maybe yam and rice and all of that. Why?
Those putting sugar in yam or rice, that's basically maybe the person wants to just to a little bit of sugar, the rice or the yam to be a bit sugary. But this brown sugar is not for that.
It's not for that.
This for like just to a bit of it adding to maybe anything like barbecue wings, so just to for any barbecue.
All right. Our wings, is it turkey or chicken?
It's chicken wings.
Chicken wings,
Yeah.
Whoa, chicken wings. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Okay, so this is it. Chef T is on the wheels of the still in the kitchen here, and we'll get to what we're doing here. I'm looking forward to a wonderful meal. But then let's head over. But just before we head over, this is the written recipe here: spaghetti with buffalo wings. Yours was, the way you made it was a mouthful, right? It was a mouthful, but yeah, come on, that's it. We have oil. We have, of course, spaghetti, soy sauce, sesame oil, basil leaves, bouillon cubes, clove finely diced, ginger and garlic, vegetables. There's green pepper, spring onion, red pepper, yellow pepper, carrot, parsley leaf, brown pepper, blue pepper, black pepper. All the pepper, anything I can. But yeah, I found out that there's white pepper too, so that's quite interesting, right? All right, so just before we get to this, we have some motivation this Monday morning. We'll get to see how all of this is going down. But first, Dokwe has us on this one.
Thank you so much for that, Mike. Yes, we have motivation. How else do we kickstart our week if not getting motivated? Dr. Glory Edozie, now she is a LinkedIn visibility coach and a lead consultant at the Inspired by Glory Academy, where she teaches mid-senior level career women how to build visibility and establish thought leadership on LinkedIn so they can get the recognition they deserve, earn more money, and climb the corporate ladder. Good morning. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, we started our conversation already, but I feel it's so important that we need to educate ladies and educate people generally on why you need to why women need to get more visibility on LinkedIn. So let's just delve right into it.
So I think I always like to tell people this story, right? I had a friend who was applying for an international opportunity.
Okay.
And they asked her a few questions. So as she was filling the form, they said, have you been featured anywhere as a speaker? Her answer was no. They said, do you have any thought leadership articles that showcases your credibility as an expert in your sector? Her answer was no. When they asked her all these visibility questions, all her answers were no. Right? So she had the experience, but it was all in her head. They even asked her, do you have any executives outside of your place of work that can vouch for your credibility? Her answer again was no, because she just does her work and goes home. So now it's time for all that credibility, all that work, all that experience to count for something. And she had nothing to show for it. No reputation, no reach, no external sources of validation. So this is why women need to be visible. You cannot wait until you want an opportunity to start projecting yourself. Right? Visibility positions you as a thought leader and attracts opportunities. So that's the #1 reason why women should be visible.
Now, I'm sure someone at home is watching and wondering, so I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. Why LinkedIn? Why do I have to be visible on LinkedIn?
Look, LinkedIn is amazing. There are over 750 million professionals on LinkedIn, right?
Wow, yes.
And 4 million of them are Nigerians. So can you imagine the global reach for LinkedIn? I mean, recently I was contacted by a magazine in Germany and they want to feature me. How did I get the opportunity? From LinkedIn. I have clients that have gotten opportunities in India, America, scholarships from Silicon Valley, inviting them to apply for this opportunity and getting those opportunities, all from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a global village, right? So, and the great thing about LinkedIn is that the algorithms are so favorable, right? Out of the 700 million people on LinkedIn, only about 1 million are posting content. So while you are struggling to be seen on Instagram, you are competing with pictures of cats and dogs on Facebook, you know, you have a professional network where you can be seen. And a lot of executives, which is really important, use LinkedIn content, right, to make business decisions. So it's great that you start showing up on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn. Okay, now, I'm just thinking like someone who's sitting and watching, how do I start? How do I start so I could position myself as a professional on LinkedIn?
So the first thing is your profile. Right? Sit back and think, what have I achieved in my career? What are my accomplishments? What is the value I bring to business? Right? And make sure that is clearly documented on your profile. Then the next thing you want to move to is your network. Who can help me achieve my career goals? LinkedIn is not a party where we're accepting everybody, doing everything. Be strategic. Who do I want to connect with? Who can help me? Who can I help? Right? Because it's not always about networking up, right? So that's the second thing. And then the most important thing is content. Create content around areas of your expertise, right? So that you become known for what you do.
Okay, now so we should have a profile, we should network, and we should create content. Now, how do we strategically position our content? Now, do we have to use hashtags? Do we have to tag people? Are there certain people we need to follow? Are there certain handles that give you more visibility? How do you position yourself?
So the first thing you have to know about content is value. So you have to think about, first of all, what is the brand I'm trying to project, right? Who needs to know about this brand? And what is important to them? What are their needs? Create content that fulfills those needs, right? So for example, maybe you're trying to position yourself as a transformational business leader, right? Now you think, okay, who needs this kind of leadership? Maybe it's the CEOs of organizations. Right now, what are CEOs of organizations going through? They're thinking about productivity for their staff. They're thinking about how do you weather the storm for COVID. So now the content you create is talking about how to transform your business, how to still earn profits even in times of COVID. Now that's going to make a CEO want to look and say, okay, what's this person saying, right? So the thing is, you look at your brand, you look at who you can help, and you look at what are their needs, and you create content around that. That is the most important thing. Hashtags and things, window dressing, they are relevant, but if you create content that is not valuable, put 700 hashtags, it's not going to help you.
Yeah. Very true. Okay, now we have COVID has happened and a lot of people are at home. Now, how can LinkedIn still help in visibility, considering that not everybody is working from the office space? So how do you create this content that stands out from every other content?
So the thing here is, what I always tell people is LinkedIn content is everywhere. So even though you're at home, you're still attending meetings, right? You're still having conversations with your colleagues, right? Document those conversations on LinkedIn. So you had a meeting where you guys are brainstorming about how to bring out a product and still reach your customers, right? Share that on LinkedIn. The challenges businesses are having now with supply chain distributions? What are your ideas? Right? Your colleagues in supply chain will then come and people are having a conversation. That is visibility, right? So LinkedIn content is everywhere.
Okay, now still on LinkedIn, I want to get this right. Now you said professionals. What about, and we're talking about helping women get more visible. So what about a woman who is at home, who isn't a professional, who doesn't have a certificate, or maybe not a certificate, but who doesn't have a professional job? So probably a mom who has who takes care of kids, maybe has a home crèche. Now, how does she position herself in LinkedIn? How does she put her business out there?
Amazing. So again, who is she targeting? Professionals. So she needs to showcase through content, right?
Okay.
How is she, what is her crush about? How is she protecting children during COVID, right?
Yeah.
What are some parenting tips that she can give moms for homeschooling? Because when you're giving this kind of content, somebody's going to come and ask you, thank you for these tips, but can you take care of my child between 2 and 5 while I'm in this meeting? You know, so it's about thinking about it's always about the audience. Visibility is not an exercise in fame, just to be known. It's about what is the value that I bring to the marketplace and making sure the right people know about it.
Okay, now I'm loving this. Now, still for the women. Now, a woman who has tried so many times to get a job, looks everywhere and hasn't gotten anything, how does she use LinkedIn?
So this is really key. The first thing you have to understand is, what job am I looking for? And what are the skills? You know, I find that the problem a lot of women have is that we don't know how to communicate our skills, right?
Okay.
So you need to think, what kind of job am I looking for? So maybe you're trying to become a PA. What are the key skills that PAs should have, right? Is that what is documented on your profile? Okay. And for some people, you may actually need to pay for an expert. You may need to speak to a career transition specialist who will help you create a CV and a LinkedIn profile that attracts the people that would hire you.
Oh, okay. So now, once you've created, I'm going to do like a step-by-step now. So let's say we've created the CV and the profile. Now, how does this person who has no experience and is probably just trying to navigate, how does she build from this point?
So the first thing, if you have no experience, you have to build the experience. So whether it's through volunteering, so you may want to contact some people and say, okay, can I volunteer to be your intern? Okay. What are the opportunities in your organization for me to work for free or work on the weekends? Okay. Or, you know, you need to build the experience. Unfortunately, it's always this chicken and egg situation. Employers always need you to have experience. So build the experience and showcase the experience. But however, if you have ideas on how things can be better improved, you can also start to share content and comment on other people's content. So I know people who have gotten job opportunities from simply leaving a relevant comment on somebody else's article. So be engaged.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, before we let you go, just give us like a quick, just an overview for women. So let's run through it. So we have your profile, we have your network, and we have your content.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I personally have learned so much. And I'm sure everybody watching this, beyond, apart from the women, I'm sure men as well have learned that LinkedIn is definitely somewhere you want to be checking, and you want to build your connections there, because you never might know where your next opportunity is coming from. Well, that's all we can take a motivation for this morning. There is still so much on Wake Up Nigeria. You do not want to go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, so let's get straight to it now. We already have everything in place, and let's get Chef T. Okay, so our water is already boiling, right?
Yes.
That's for the pasta. Okay, so let's go. So a number of people already put pasta first before they put the pasta and allow it to boil at once, right?
Yeah.
What is the advantage of doing it this way? Why would you...
Allow the water to boil first.
Okay, like the water to boil first,
so
right?
So that's not make the pasta soggy and to be...
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay. That's all right. Doesn't make it soggy. And I know some people say they put oil inside.
Yes. Oil to make the strands separate.
Okay, but you don't want to do that.
I've already put oil.
You already put oil. Oh, yeah. Right. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So how long will this boil for?
Like 5 minutes maximum.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's it. And then after this, what else? Okay, we'll just leave this one. Just come. There's nothing. We're not putting in any kind of spice or anything like
salt.
that.
Salt, a little salt.
Okay, just a little salt, eh?
Yes.
You've already put the salt?
No, I want
but okay, it's not yet time for the salt.
No,
right?
I'll put it now.
Okay, all right, let's see that. So while we're doing all of this, just tell me a little bit about Chef T. Who is Chef T? What does the Chef T brand represent?
Okay, my name is Tolulope.
Okay.
That's
Okay, that's where the tea
from.
comes from. Okay, all right. So what's unique about the Chef Tea brand?
The Chef Tea brand is majorly my brand name is Diwa Catering Services.
Okay.
So we specialize in African dishes.
African dishes. Okay, so
Continental
that's a specialty.
dishes, grills, small chops.
Okay.
Also do home delivery.
So when there's party and everything, you're the person to call. How do we hit you up on social media? What's your social media handle?
IG pages at the Diwa Catering Services. Then on Facebook, Diwa Catering Services.
Okay, wonderful. So let's get to the buffalo wings now, right?
Yeah.
Let's see how that is prepared. Okay, so that's our flour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get straight to it. Let's see how it's prepared. Okay, all right, good. So
that's a bit of flour.
All right.
Just as much as the wings are, that's why you quantity of the flour.
Okay.
So this is okay.
Okay.
Add a little bit of salt.
Okay. What else do we get to add?
Salt.
Okay. All right. Salt goes in. Okay. Oh, okay. So we've already showed you the ingredients, but look at them now written down there. This is salt, flour, garlic, butter, ginger, onions, paprika, hot sauce. Paprika is red pepper, I think. Yeah. There's also white pepper. There's corn flour. There's brown sugar. There's black pepper. Okay. So all right. This is the white pepper, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. That one also goes in. Okay. This one is which is this one now?
Ginger. Blended ginger.
Okay.
Powder ginger.
All right. So when we're done with all of this, what does water come in?
No.
Not water. Okay, we'll just put it. Okay, so let's do that quite very fast now. Okay, but we have to stir and mix it and ensure that it all goes round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so while we're doing all of this, there's still quite a lot to show you. We'll still get over to show you what happens. But okay, but the wings just come into this,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. The wings will come into this room. All right, let's just see how that happens.
It's already marinated already.
It's already been marinated.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So that's it. This is how we're getting our buffalo wings ready. We'll do this for every single one. We'll get it into the frying pan. We'll show you how the process goes on after this time out for the second lap of show.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to the second hour of the #1 Family Breakfast Show, and my name is Mazino Peel as usual. My advice to you this Monday is try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value.
A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. So keep pushing. You're about to break those boundaries.
Yes, indeed. Still so much to come in the next 45 minutes here, and we are so glad that you have decided to join us. As usual, every single edition, we have carefully curated so much for you, especially for a Monday morning.
There's quite a lot of excitement, in the air. Quite a lot is going on. And because it's a brand new month, so much starts now. It's going to be a really exciting Monday edition on the show. My name is Titilayo.
Already, I told you, it's Mazino Peel here, but then we have Mike in the kitchen who is forming chef with our chef. Mike, how far? What's going on there?
So, we've already, as you can see, we've already started frying the buffalo wings. Our pasta is already done. We've already sieved it. Yeah, that's it's already going through the sieving. So let's see, come. Let's bring this. Okay, so let's get to show them. So we'll get to mix this and all of that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll stir fry this.
No, I'm stir frying the vegetables. So we'll still.
All right, we're still working on this, but we'll get back to this later.
Yes, indeed. Remember, you can see all of this on our social media pages and all the pictures and the ingredients and everything. So you just hang in there. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms if you want to be a part of this breakfast show on comments, okay?
Yeah. Remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world. Just use our mobile app. Download it from Google Play or iOS.
You know nobody does that anymore. It's all touchscreen now.
Yeah, but it still makes a noise. Doesn't your phone make a noise?
No, I prefer everything on silent.
Really?
Every time silent. Don't worry.
I like to hear that that sound.
In any
but
case.
social media is where it's at. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course everything at TVC Connect.
So, hey, let's tell you what we have left on the show here today. Ernest Oyakilome, stage name EY. He's going to be performing for us this hour. Afro-pop dance hall and high life artist, a graduate of business administration from the EXU. And the crooner is set to unleash his first single for 2021 titled Pig on the show.
All right.
Fantastic stuff now. Yeah. Okay, so the weekend was a very interesting one. It was also a very sad weekend as well. Because over the weekend we had news of the death of Dr. Frabs outside the country, and this sent a lot of people into a bit of depression. Personally, I met him once. My introduction to radio had plenty of Dr. Frabs' production, and we had plenty of his music. By then he was only just coming up, and then when he hit the big scene was when he was producing music for the big guys. Mo Hits, even did one for Wizkid, Banky, and all the rest. So I was really, really touched by that, especially with the outpouring from celebrities over their instances with him. It was just a sad one for me.
It definitely was sad, and so many great hits can be attributed to him. But then it does go to show how serious the issue of violence is in the US. I believe he was sadly shot. Now, nobody really can never ever know what really happened behind the whole thing. But it's really sad to even hear someone pass the natural way, talk less of hearing the person was snuffed out, so to speak. Now, our hearts, of course, go out to family and friends that will definitely miss him.
Yeah. Well, on that sad note, not to worry, we're still going to pick up the pace here on the show, even if, hey, let's do a little fact-finding, and when we come back, we have more inside of this 1 hour left for Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome back, and we begin this hour here in Niger State, where the Niger State government says it is holding talks with security agencies and stakeholders on the best approach to adopt to ensure the safety of students in Government Science College, Kagara. The State Commissioner for Education, Hajia Hanatsu Saliu, said this during a brief ceremony in Minna to release the kidnapped students, teachers and also family members of Kagara Government Science College to their relatives. She disclosed that the ministry is already working out a template to ensure that the SS3 students of the college write their senior secondary certificate examination without any problems. The Commissioner also urged parents and guardians in the state not to withdraw their children and wards from boarding. And for Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka, the continuous abduction of school children is not a normal thing, and state governments must shut down activities in protest against this negative development in the society. He noted that with such actions, the people will come out and work together in ensuring safety and protection of the children who are the future of the country. He noted that as a people, Nigerians are very close to accepting the culture of unacceptable, and what is unacceptable is accepting continuous abduction of school children and other forms of insecurity in the country as a normal thing.
I think we're reaching the point where in any state where any child is kidnapped, that state should shut down completely. And other states, in sympathy, in solidarity, should at least shut down some of their activities. We shouldn't wait for an enemy, faceless, airborne, unpredictable enemy like COVID to shut down, to make us shut down, to say in protest and as a statement of the unacceptable, we are shutting ourselves down until.
Meanwhile, a coalition of civil society organizations under the umbrella of Center for Public Accountability has called on government to check rising cases of kidnapping, armed robbery and banditry in Nigeria. They further asked for a re-evaluation of leadership recruitment process in the country.
People cannot, freely express and travel, the way they want. School children are now being chased away from their classes by these criminals who are products of maladministration.
This is just a pointer that other people who have siphoned money meant for the people, for the development of the people, will surely reach them. But Yari's own is the first amongst all.
That's why we are pleading that we should show concern to the deepening crisis in Zamfara so that it will not be exported to other states or geopolitical zone.
And that's it for the news, but we still have sports for this hour, and Mike is on that one.
Okay, so yep, we're almost done with our buffalo wings. That's okay. No, that's for the ones that we've already coated, right? We still have these ones here. Okay, all right. But then our stir fry is already out, and oh sorry, our pasta is already out. And while we're stir frying the sauce, right?
Yes.
This is the sauce. So let's see this sauce. What went into this sauce?
No, this is not the sauce. This
But
is
this is not
vegetables.
the vegetables.
Yes, I'm trying.
There's still a sauce coming.
The sauce is for the wings.
It's for the wings, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is just vegetables. So which vegetables are we frying here?
Vegetable is I'm using it for the spaghetti.
Okay, so which ones do we have? We have carrots.
Carrots, spring
okay.
onions,
Spring onions.
green pepper,
Green
yellow
pepper.
pepper, and red
okay.
pepper.
And red pepper.
Yes.
Okay. So how long does this go
Because
for?
the carrot is a bit hard, so that's why I'm putting it
Okay.
first. So
Okay.
to get done for
But
like.
I like it when there's still a crunchy feel to the carrots.
Yeah,
while
so
they're
we-
taking it.
it's supposed
so
to
not
be
like
cooked
it's
for-
softened out.
Yeah, it's not
and
too
all of that.
softened.
Okay.
Just stir fry for like maybe maximum of 4 minutes or 5 minutes.
Or 5 minutes, eh?
Then I'll stir fry the other vegetables. Then add the spaghetti.
And the
to it.
spaghetti, yeah? Okay, so
sauce.
that's about it. But the sauce will come with this one. Okay,
Yeah,
so
the sauce is for the sauce I'm mixing is for the wings alone.
for the wings alone, eh?
Yes.
Okay, so how long did the wings marinate for before? Okay, so that's the wings doing. How long did they marinate for before we got to this stage?
Yeah, I marinated for like an hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
Right. The time I tried marinating for a whole night, it didn't
Eh,
come out
it's okay.
well. It didn't come out well. It didn't come out well. So I don't worry. I don't bother so much about marinating and all of that. Okay, but this is not. Is this? Would you make this deep fried? Is this going to be deep fried, or how do you like it? That's talking about the buffalo wings.
Yeah, either ways can have it deep fried or even like.
No, okay, so it depends on your particular preference.
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right, wonderful, wonderful. So this is about it. We'll, once we're done with this one, we're going to mix the pasta inside the veggies and then put the sauce for this. So after the next time you come here, you're going to see the final product of all that Chef T has this morning. Okay, all right. So we have something coming up, and Tokpa is about to tell us what we have.
Yes, there is no Wake Up Nigeria without our music performance. And this morning, there's no difference. We have Ernest Oyakilome, stage name EY, is a Nigerian Afropop dancehall and highlife artist. The crooner is set to unleash his first single for 2021, titled Coupe. Hi, EY. Good morning. Is it Coupe or Coupe? Yeah, Coupe. Coupe. Oh, tell us about Coupe. Tell us about the idea behind Coupe. Yes.
The idea behind Coupe actually, you know the car, it came from the car, Coupe.
Yeah.
Two-door car.
Okay.
It looks sporty, it looks nice, and it's quite fancy, right?
Yeah.
So me, my guys, we call beautiful girls Coupe.
Okay.
You understand?
All right. Okay, so let's have you blow us away with Coupe then.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. to start the month. Great way to start the month.
Funny thing is, I hear a lot of musicians say omotena, omotena. Do you guys know what it is?
What is it?
It means this beautiful lady. It's actually Isoko. But everybody just uses it. You know, it doesn't matter the language. Beautiful stuff. In any case, grand. It's good to have you guys back on, and we're back here on the couch. We want to further on a discussion that we started in our first hour, and that discussion was about engagements, and we were asking, how long is too long to be engaged? In fact, we put that up on our Twitter space, and we asked you guys to
It's a bit of a debate, isn't it?
Yes.
A bit of a debate.
I and Tokwe had one very small one just before coming on right now again.
Yeah.
And she said something, and I said to her, it depends on how old you are. It can go for forever if you're really young.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what I believe. But the older you get, I think it should be,
The quicker.
Faster.
Yeah. Sure.
I believe.
Yeah. I get you.
Well, let's see what everybody else is saying on social media. Let's get on there. We put up this post after. He has proposed, how long is too long to be engaged? Ladies, how long can you wear an engagement ring after proposal? Share your thoughts and experience with us. Hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. And we have the following comments. Thank you very much for sharing. Akani Yene Akwan says, men should make marriage proposals only when they are sure they're ready to finish the course in 6 months. 6 months. And women should not accept a proposal until they're convicted the knot will be tied in 6 months. If the two understand why that will not hold, then God help them.
Amen.
I can imagine.
Oh, wow.
Minister on Aproko matters here, Fagbon A says, as a responsible man, 6 months after engagement is enough time. Most men nowadays, even when they don't have wedding in sight, they tend to propose so as to appear romantic and keep their spouses off the market. I have seen couples still engaged even after 2 years. That's another thing. I don't know, Mike, if you agree about the fact that I just want to hook this one so nobody else can take
So
that.
you should have an understanding. You know? So surprise. One of the surprising things I think is surprise proposals. You can't just surprise the lady out of the blue. You should know that, see, I go propose or we go, not like out of the blue. So, not like out of the blue. You just come in one mall, like, because somebody be doing, what of you in the mall that will just stand and just say,
You can't just surprise woman.
I will just pick slippers and stone you. What say you don't know the people. And you say, you understand? So my point is, you should already have had a discussion. You should know, okay, would I need to wait this long?
Know the person's plans. Know what the person wants to do.
Don't make somebody out of the ring.
Yeah, true.
We have more tweets here. Aaron Benga here says, as a man, I do not think wearing the ring should exceed 12 months. Whatever assures you of engagement should be enough for marriage. You should be getting married already if you're going to engage. Ochulo Adeze says, good morning. I think more than a year is too long for me to wear an engagement ring after proposal. It still comes down to conversation, like Mike said. We must have had talks and convincing decisions before you can hold me down with a ring. Biko. There's also that social pressure of it being bondage. Let me just go straight and use the word.
It's not legal anywhere, so just take it off and drop it.
Is there any law that says that it must be 6 months?
That's what I'm saying. It's not legal.
I think there's still. I think that 6 months cap is also is already a form of pressure.
Pressure.
Because what if you're traveling abroad for a degree or something, and he's like, you know what, just to let you know that I'm committed to you, let's get engaged.
And so I see it depends on the kind of person. So if people understand that, look, being that engagement is my form of commitment to you, it works out well. So some people, you drop the ring. If I see another guy come, I'll drop the ring.
So I've had a conversation like this before where the ladies were saying, it depends on how expensive the ring was.
Nerf.
And the family of the man. So if the guy is from a very well-to-do, wealthy family, it's possible that the family pushed him to, pop the question, but he himself is not really ready yet. It also depends on who's paying for the wedding. If it's you people that pay for it, you people might need to save ahead. 6 months is a good amount of time to save for a wedding.
Just use COVID as an excuse.
Some people plan weddings for a whole year.
Don't save for your wedding.
Really? You have to save?
Don't save for your
wedding. Really? So how do you want to do it?
Don't save for
so you should have one lump sum.
Marriage. Don't save for the wedding.
Thank you, Mike, from a single man. That is very, very insightful.
Don't
use our job money.
Calm down.
Don't save.
It's okay. We have some more. Check this out. Adorable 90.
Let's focus.
Adorable 902
Don't
says
try
6
it.
months is if there are no plans to walk the aisle, I will get the ring under my box. I guess
Is
she
there
says
a
she
law
just
or
put
is
it
it me
on.
that's missing something?
6 months is
there
just
a 6
a-
months law?
Yeah, there's
mental
that
thing.
thing in Maple's head. That's 6
Half a
months.
year. It's half
It's
a
just
year.
there. In a lot of people's heads.
Doug Adamal says, before you become Lord of the Rings.
Stop your Nigerian
Wait,
mentality.
become Lord of the Rings. On Facebook, we have a few.
Okay,
you know.
please, let's hear it.
It says 2 weeks to
2 weeks.
or a month or two, 2 months, 2 weeks or a month. A month is enough. 2 months. I don't know why Facebook is all about
2 weeks.
the max I have here is 3 months.
Let me tell you why.
Why?
Because there's a very different age
Bracket.
bracket of people who are using these apps.
Yeah.
Twitter, you know, the very
Yeah.
instant type
Yeah,
of people.
yeah.
For Facebook, most of those guys are married. Back in the days, they're like,
See, I
alpha.
like this. Please look at the
Alpha.
next comment.
Next comment.
Perfect. See,
Okay, which one?
perfect
Read it. Go
comment.
ahead and read it.
Says, I'd say 1 year maximum is enough time to switch to marriage. But you know, man proposes, but the Nigerian economy pre-propose.
Bam.
Wow.
got me.
Nice one.
What can I say?
Don't you just tell them it's a Zoom wedding we're doing.
I'm
Zoom
serious.
wedding.
Last
Serious.
year, because with the COVID lockdown, a lot of people had Zoom weddings. And I felt like anybody that really wanted to get married, the Zoom wedding was perfect for you. Like Mike
Yeah.
said, stay for the marriage and not the
I had
wedding.
somebody, this is just a personal this thing. The guy was repaying wedding loan for 2 years, 2-3
Yeah.
years after.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense in
It doesn't.
any way.
Yeah.
That's why I said, see, like, it doesn't make sense in no
No
way.
sense. People come eat your rice, leave,
In no
and
way.
forget that they even came.
You know,
That's why I say
it's so
don't,
interesting
as in-
because it took us about 4 years to pay off the photographer.
What?
Yeah.
Like your
When did you get married? The
Because-
Maldives?
Like seriously, the photographer. It took us like 4 years.
What was he
Yes.
snapping your
So no,
Are the
it was
pictures still
our
moving?
problem.
He
No.
was snapping the future.
You know the funny thing?
He was snapping
by
the
time-
future.
By the time we saw the wedding photos,
He was snapping the
we
future.
needed a fresh photo shoot for the babies.
Did your your wedding pictures had the twins in them?
Did you foresee the
The guy was
future?
snapping the
Do you know the
future.
interesting thing? There
What?
were so many other things to pay off first
my
that
word.
photographs was not our priority.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So we
Okay, so
kept
it's not like
pushing
it was that much.
We kept pushing it.
Oh, you should have added that
Yeah.
part.
Well, I was invited to your wedding. It was a big one in any case. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
well.
you got what you paid for. I mean, you got what you asked for.
Man,
And you
by
paid
the
4
time we
years
saw
for
those
it.
pictures, we were like, wait, what were we thinking?
It doesn't.
Oh, wait, there was no iPhone 12 then. Because I'm a show selfie
As
gone.
in, I got to the house and I was like, just for one day, that's what you're still 2 years after.
If there's anything you're going to take away from this one, forget the photographer. Use an iPhone 12.
Yes.
Do your own selfies and
Good
everything.
photography, yeah.
It's all good. In any case, thank you for the comments. If you want to keep them coming, keep them coming. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We love to read them. We're going to comment and even retweet some of them ourselves. We'll be right back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria for a very energetic Monday morning. And you are welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Here we have our final guest with us. A very interesting one, people. Now, Aquaviva Integrated Farms Limited started operating in 2014 as a fish farm and has since metamorphosed into an agro-processing company that seeks to provide all forms of animal proteins to the populace. Clean, traceable, hygienically processed and packaged products, by the way. Today, we have the CEO, Sophia Uwelase. I had to get that name right. She is with us here, and you are welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here with us.
Thank you.
First off the bat, you don't look like a farmer. So what
I get that
exactly
a lot.
are you?
I am a farmer.
Now explain this farmer that we speak about. Now, are you the farmer who goes to the farm and tries to get, products? Or are you the farmer who sits back and just administers, hey, this and that and that and that? Which is it?
I do both, actually.
All right.
I do both, actually, because I get that a lot. People don't believe that I'm a farmer, but it has always been a passion of mine, right from when I was young.
Okay.
And I went ahead to study agricultural economics from the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta.
Okay.
It's been a love of mine. Even though after graduating, I worked in the bank for several years, and that exposed me to marketing, and selling.
Economic side
the
of it.
economic side of it. So eventually, after a 12-year stint in the bank, I decided to retire to my first love, which was agriculture. We set up the fish farm, and we discovered that we could make more money by processing, adding value to it, and we went ahead to set up our processing unit, which is now NAFDAC certified.
Nice.
So we sell our fish both locally and internationally. But along the line, we also discovered that a lot of our customers, and I remembered when I was in the bank, I always found it difficult to shop. Being married with kids and the rest of it, I found it difficult to shop. Once it gets to weekend, there's this thing that goes on, you know, in a working woman's mind, that how do I balance it? And I decided that it wouldn't just be enough to sell the fish alone, that why don't we add other proteins to it? So we partnered with a fully automated abattoir that's in Lagos here. And we decided that, okay, the way red meat was being processed in the States and in the country, generally it does not leave much
to admire.
So we decided to partner with them and process meat. That's the cow, the goat, ram.
Wow, this is very interesting. So Aquaviva doesn't just, you don't just grow fish, you don't just market it, you also have other proteins that you add to it to make it a full package for the convenience of the consumer, which is very interesting. And you started as a fish farmer, and then you graduated. Now it's sort of like you have everything integrated.
Exactly, yes.
You have started, you've been doing this for 12 years?
Yes. No, for 7 years.
7 years?
Yes.
Will it take everybody else 7 years to do the same?
Not really. With what we're doing now is that I belong to an association, the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, of which I'm the vice president for processing. And
oh, that's you?
Yes, I am. And because of what I've passed through, I'm able to gather people, train them, teach them what to do. So most of the products we sell, we don't do it all by ourselves. We have other farmers too who have been trained.
It's like a network of farmers.
Yes, a network of farmers, those who process gari, all kinds of flowers, those into tomato, all kinds of farm produce. And they come together, we teach them, we link them up with processors, and you know, bring all that together under our umbrella. We have a website where we encourage people to shop online, just for the ease of the consumer. So they can actually just log on and shop for whatever they want in the comfort of their office and have it delivered at home.
So you have also gone on, you are just amazing. You've also gone on to have a delivery service connected to your farming service that can make it even better for you to just shop and get stuff delivered to you.
Exactly.
How, it sounds like a big operation. How big exactly is Aquaviva?
Well, it's actually an SME.
An SME, yes.
It's an SME, and we don't want to get too much overhead.
Yeah, because you still need some of those loans.
Yes, exactly. And we don't do it alone, like I said. We have involved other farmers. We've also helped them to get value for all the services that they render the other farmers. So it's not just Aquaviva alone, but other farmers too belonging to the Lagos State, the All Farmers Association of Nigeria. So we're all in it together.
All in it together. I like that phrase. You can't talk about farming without having a couple of assets, and one of those assets is, first off, you have to start with a small piece of land.
Oh, definitely.
How easy is it for one to acquire such, and where would you say, as an experienced farmer yourself, is the best place to locate such facilities, be it fish farming or vegetable farming? I hear that people have to go all the way to places like Ijebu Ode, and all the outskirts of Lagos, because land there is very cheap and very fertile, to get these products and then transport them back into Lagos. But in your view, can I start one in town?
Definitely you can.
How
you can't start in... I started in town.
Really?
Our fish farm, the first one we started was, it's located at Egbe, Ikotu Egbe side.
I know there.
So there's a kind of farming that you engage in that does not require vast land. You can actually do snailry, you can do fishery in your backyard.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand? You can start small, and from there, when you get used to it and you see the business in it, you see that it's profitable, then you can think of expanding or going elsewhere to to expand. But I would always advise people to start small, try your hands on one or two things, and be sure that it's going to be profitable before going ahead to acquire large portions of land to go ahead and do
Now,
farming.
your route into farming is different from most farmers that I know. You are studied, you have the academic background and all of that, agree economics from FUNAB. But is it absolutely necessary? For instance, your kids, if they wanted to go into farming, would you say, go to school and read it first, though? Or would you just say, hey, I have the experience, you can all just, hey, go on. What would it be?
I would advise them to go to school. If your kids have a passion for it, encourage them to go to school. Let them
How does
have
that help in any way?
It helps. It helps because it broadens your mind. It gives you perfect, like in FUNAB, for instance. It wasn't just agri-economics, though I went in for agri-economics, but we had the practical experience. We had portions of land given to us for us to practicalize farming. We had various subjects that run all through animal husbandry, crop production, and the rest of it. And extension. You see, most of these things I have brought to play in my business. I'm able to go to people, to farmers, to relate with them and teach them new ways to do things, how to do things better. All those experiences I gathered while in school.
Okay.
It's robust. It's a 5-year course. And you find out that both practical and theoretically you come out, you know, ready.
Okay.
Ready for it.
How can people find you on Instagram, Facebook? What is it?
I'm available on Facebook, on Instagram at Aquaviva Foods.
Aquaviva.
Yes, Aquaviva, yes. Aqua and Viva.
Okay, all together.
All together,
Okay, that's
Aquaviva
very
Foods.
interesting.
And our website is www.allfarmersmart.com with 1 L.
Allfarmersmart.com.
Yeah.
With 1 L.
Yeah.
All right, you and I should go into business. Guess what I read in school?
What?
I read botany.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I'm a botanist, guys. And I find
you can start up a garden in your house.
I just don't want to do gardens. I want to be you. I want to have a farm, a big
You can
network.
do vertical farming with sacks.
Ah, yes. I know
Yes,
about that.
you can do vertical farming
That's
with
very
sacks.
interesting. Well, hey, I mean, for all the information that you have given us, we would like to give back something to you. So we have something very delicious prepared for you in our kitchen, and we would like you to come over and join Tucker here, and also Mike. Tucker, would you please take care of our guests?
Thank you.
Make sure she's well fed.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Mike, is your kitchen today?
All right, so I thought you came over to take in charge. Okay, so we have Chef T here, and she prepared pasta. What do you call it again? What's the way you call it?
Stir-fried vegetable pasta.
Okay, so can you just give us a summary of how we got to this?
Okay.
Just a very fast one.
Okay.
Quickly, just run us through how we achieve
Boil the spaghetti, strain it, and for some minutes, then stir-fry the vegetables with the condiments, and then pour the pasta inside and mix it well.
So how do we have the buffalo wings? How did you achieve this?
Buffalo
Should
wings.
dig in?
Yeah,
Yes, and you give us a rating.
Okay, I will. Looks delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, over 10, what will you rate it?
9.
Nice!
Thank you.
Lovely.
That is
Well
good.
done.
Thank you.
Well done, Chef T. Thank you
Right
once again,
then.
Chef T. How do we hit you up on social media?
Find me on social media at Diwura Catering Services on IG and Facebook. Diwura Catering.
Diwura Kitchen.
DIWURA Catering
Diwura
Services.
Kitchen Services.
All right,
then.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's been a
Thank you
wonderful
to
time.
everyone. Yes.
Yep.
It's been a nice time here with everyone. We kickstarted our march with a bang. I'm sure you all had that experience. Mazino and Titi, give us some words of wisdom as we're marching into Zion.
Omar, it's time to start a brand new month. Let's go!
She said it all.
All right then. We'll see you same time tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:45. Your view is next. We love you guys. Mwah.